Happy day students. In this video, we are going to start off with a new poem, Heartwood. The poem Heartwood is written by Robert Macfarlane. Robert Macfarlane is a contemporary British poet and non-fiction writer. His writing is concerned with the beauty, wildness, and importance of nature. In this poem, he emphasizes the need for saving and cherishing trees by reminding us how beautiful and important they are. This poem urges us to stop and think before cutting down trees, to be kinder and more sensitive to these big, strong, and wonderful pillars of nature that help so many creatures in so many ways. Here comes the poem. Heartwood, written by Robert Macfarlane. Would you hear me to the heartwood cutter? Would you leave me open-hearted? Put an ear to my bark, cutter. Hear my saps mutter. Mark my hardwoods beat, my leaves flutter. Would you turn me to timber, cutter? Leave me nothing but a heap of logs, a pile of brash. The speaker is a tree speaking to a woodcutter, asking him why he is cutting it to the core, leaving it vulnerable. It asks him to see its leaves trembling and to put his ear to its bark to hear its sap muttering, perhaps in fear. It asks him why he wants to cut it down into logs for timber and brash to be burnt as kindling. I am a word cutter. I am a maker of life, drinker of rain, breaker of rocks, caster of shade, eater of sun. I am timekeeper, breath giver, deep thinker, cutter. I am a city of butterflies, a country of creatures. Here, the tree continues to let the cutter know what he is destroying. It tells him that it makes life, absorbs rainwater, breaks down rocks, provides shade, and keeps us cool by proving shade from the sun. It keeps a record of time in terms of eons. It helps us to breathe and to know we are interdependent. It is the whole world for creatures like butterflies and birds and takes much longer to grow than our cities and countries. Here comes the continuation of the poem. But my world takes years to grow, cutter, and seconds to grow, cutter, and seconds to crash. Your saw can fell me. Your axe can bring me low. Do you hear these words I utter? I ask this of you. Have you heartwood, cutter? Have those who sent you? The tree says that, yet the woodcutter can cut it down in a few seconds. It asks the woodcutter if he has heard it pleading its cause. If he or his employers have any feelings since they seem heartless in cutting it down. The message conveyed in the poem Heartwood is: it is a known fact that trees are being cut down indiscriminately, giving rise to global warming. The poet is concerned about the importance of nature and protection of our environment. In the poem, he stresses on this aspect by personifying the tree. The tree sadly asks the cutter if he would cause it grievous injury by heartlessly cutting it down. The tree reminds the cutter that it acts as a provider in many respects and that it takes years to grow. The speaker, tree, pleads with the cutter to listen to its pleas and wonders whether the cutter and the people who have sent him to cut it down have a heart at all. The theme of the poem is trees have life too. I repeat, trees have life too. I hope you all agree with this theme, right? Here comes the glossary. Heartwood, the title of the poem. The hard and dense inner part of a tree trunk. Here I have given the image. Hew, cut down with an axe. Sap, the juice that flows inside a living plant. Mutter, words spoken in a low voice, especially to express a worry or complaint, which may not be heard. Timber, wood used for furniture, houses, and so on. Brash, small pieces cut from hedges and trees. Here comes the conclusion of the video. We all should respect the theme given by the poet. Trees have life too. Think before cutting the tree.